Hey everybody, this is Zach White here. I just wanted to create a quick video that just shows how when you use Marketing Cloud Connect, you can set up a mechanism that will identify customers who are in Marketing Cloud who no longer should be in Marketing Cloud. So if you watched the previous video or one of my previous videos, you probably saw the video I have for how to set up the flow that determines who does and does not come into Marketing Cloud from Salesforce CRM. So basically, we'll look at that just really quickly. Once this loads, you come into Contact Builder, you go to Data Sources, go to Synchronize, this little box in the middle, come into your org, click into an object, and then you see down here, I've got this all records with sync to Marketing Cloud equals true. That's a very important field. So again, watch the other video. We won't go over that today. But if you get to the point where you say, okay, well, we recognize that Marketing Cloud is a hoarder. So once somebody comes in, if you've ever seen the TV show Hoarders, then you know what I'm talking about. But basically, Marketing Cloud is the type of software that collects data and holds on to that data until it was manually deleted. Now that's done for a list of reasons, legal purposes, data retention, all kinds of that matter. So we want to make sure that we give you the opportunity to delete that data as needed. But you set up the mechanism in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, you set up the mechanism in Salesforce CRM, and you recognize, hey, somebody who used to qualify for Salesforce Marketing Cloud no longer does. So what do we do? In that flow video, we talked about setting that checkbox to true and false. That's really great. Now, when you come in here, what you see is you have this poll schedule that runs every 15 minutes, and we're saying every 15 minutes we want to bring in contacts that have sync to Marketing Cloud equals true. Well, that's awesome that we set up that flow because now that flow is also going to identify when somebody no longer needs to be sent to Salesforce Marketing Cloud from the CRM. So that checkbox will be set to false. And every 15 minutes, that data point is updated. And then if I come down here, you'll see I have the sync to Marketing Cloud field being synchronized over, I think. Let's make sure. Yeah, so I have the sync to Marketing Cloud field coming over. Well, this is all really great. So now let's figure out how we can build a data extension to list out the people who need to be deleted from Marketing Cloud now. So let me come into Email Studio. And again, this is because you have the mechanism set up to prevent everybody from coming in, but only the right people coming in. But at sometimes somebody goes from qualifying for Marketing Cloud to no longer qualifying for Marketing Cloud. So we need to pull them out. So I'll come into Email Studio, go to subscribers, I'll go to my synchronized data extensions. And over here, you've got the contact Salesforce. I've also got a video for building a filter data extension and the automation that goes with that. But we'll just talk about what we're talking about today. So I'm going to be working with the contact object. So I'll go down to the end. I'll click create filter and I'll drag over that sync to Marketing Cloud field and say is false. So now what we're doing is we're spotting anybody who came in at one point because their checkbox was set to true, but at a later point, their checkbox is set to false. So now I'm listing out all my customers who have an ID, or sorry, I won't put that one in there, but just the sync to Marketing Cloud is set to false. I'm actually going to save this as a filter and then call this my sync to MC is false. Identify customers who no longer need to be in Marketing Cloud engagement, right? Oops, identify. Maybe if I could type. I'll put this in my data filters folder here. I'll go ahead and click save. Excuse me. So now I've got that filter built out and I can now come into Automation Studio, Journey Builder, Automation Studio. There, I have another video for that. If you need that video, just reach out to me and I can send it to you. But I can look in here, go to Automation Studio, go to Activities, click Create Activity. I'm going to do a filter activity. I'm going to name this one filter activity for non-CRM contacts. Geez. And then I'll just call it people who no longer should be in MCE, right? And then down here on my data filters, I'm going to select the one that sync to Marketing Cloud is false. That's the data filter that we just built out. I'll go ahead and click next. And then this is the data extension that will be created. So non-CRM, or wait, no, sorry. Sync to MC is now false. That's the name of that data extension, right? I'll go ahead and click next. And I've got this data extension created. I'm probably going to have to move it, and that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. But I'll go ahead and click finish on this. And then again, in my previous video, I walked through how to set up the filter data extension automation. So I'm going to use that existing automation actually. I'm going to go over here and click edit. I'm going to drag over that filter, drop it in the pane, select it, and then let's see if I have it in here. Yep. So here's my data filter. I'll add that data filter in there. I'll go ahead and click save. And basically what this is saying is, okay, every day at 1:13 a.m., I want to run these two filters. This one is going to be a video from a previous time, and this one is going to be for the one we're talking about today. This is going to automate that data extension. So every day at 1:13 a.m., we're going to check contacts that should no longer be in Salesforce CRM. That's awesome. So now we've got that built out. I can actually come over here to run once, and I want to run this filter activity one time. I'll go ahead and click run now. That way we can populate that data extension because the automation doesn't actually start until tomorrow. So then now if I come over to Audience Builder, Contact Builder, or Email Studio, whichever you prefer, I can come to my list of data extensions, and hopefully I can find it pretty quickly. I don't know where I put it. Oh yeah, Sync to Marketing Cloud is now false. I actually want to move this out into, I actually want to move this into a different folder. So I'm going to change location on it, put in my data extensions, audience folder. This is just a personal preference. But yeah, so now I have this data extension and we're good. There are 0 records on it currently, which is a good sign. That means that I don't have anybody in my system who their Salesforce Sync to Marketing Cloud field is set to false. So that's great news. That's what we would love to see every time. But if not, that's no worries. So say you come in here, you run this query and you have 500 customers or 1 million customers or 7 million, whatever that is. So Marketing Cloud can delete contacts 1 million at a time. Just keep note of that. But whatever this number is, just know that you can now take this data extension that we just talked about and you can go to all contacts. You can click this little trash bin icon over on the side and then say delete contacts from data extension. And I can come and find my data extension I just created and then it's automated. And right here, Sync to Marketing Cloud is now false. This is from a different one. And I can click delete contacts. And there's 0 contacts on it, so nothing's actually going to happen. But that's just a really quick video that will show you the how-to of how to create that filter data extension, the automation that's going to spot people who were in Marketing Cloud appropriately at one point, but no longer should be, and how to get them out. This is a really clean and smooth way so that when your account executive comes knocking on the door and says, hey, you need to get your contact count down to a reasonable level, then you can run this query, run this process really quickly, and then build out that data extension and just use it every year, every quarter, whatever at cadence you feel is necessary to delete contacts. Now, fair warning, the decision on which contacts should be deleted, you should put more thought into that. Consider all of the ramifications of deleting contacts. One is that you lose all engagement data from that customer. Now, when you have Salesforce Marketing Cloud Connect set up, your engagement data, clicks, bounces, individual email results, things like that will pass back into Salesforce CRM, including their subscriber status. So if they unsubscribe from an email in Salesforce Marketing Cloud and it is the same contact ID that's used, then they will also be unsubscribed in Salesforce CRM. So there will be a little checkbox that says email opt out, and now it says true. So that just says that the customer is now opted out of emails. So that data is held in Salesforce CRM, which is really helpful. But just know any of the Einstein information, any of the other data that you might have been collecting on that customer for the last, however long is going to be wiped out now. So again, consider those things. Be sure to check the Salesforce help documentation, work with your account executive to get the right answers. But I just wanted to make a video that just shows how to walk through this, a really smooth and simple way that you can build out this process that's scalable, that's easy to remember, and that will work for you in the long run. Thanks again so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. Bye, everyone.